Hello. All right. Welcome to the pre-show. Man, I'm so excited. I got some. I'm ready for today. All right. Let's see what's going on. I think I have officially decided I need a new chair because I do not. I don't like this chair. It gets stuck on the tile, and then I can't move. And then I was testing things out. I got to get a little bit closer, and I got to be like here today. You'll find out why in 14 minutes. Uh, me see. Um, who is liking? Let's see. All right. All right. Sent out the texts. Sent out the tweets. The Instagram stories. So the usual. We're just hanging out for 15 minutes. If you're listening to this on the rewatch, skip ahead 15 minutes, and the show will start. It's gonna be fun. I'm telling you right now, I'm pointing out the fences, wherever the fences are. Check some Facebook real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Let me close everything. Wait for everybody to show up. Where's everybody? Grandma said she was coming in. Rita's coming in. Like it says 6 o'clock, but then like I don't know if people like remember that there's a pre-show 15 minutes early to kind of get everybody here. Whatever though. As long as you guys show up. And hope everybody's day was good. That was okay. Worked. Got some Pokemon. I almost fell asleep, and then I was worried that I was gonna like oversleep, so that would have sucked. Mm-hmm. Don't know how interactive. Well, in theory, this one could be pretty interactive. Oh, it's gonna be a fun one. I have not. There's about 15 minutes of recorded stuff that I have not listened to. So we're, we're gonna see how good this ends up going. So we are there. Do a little refresh on this guy. Well, definitely say hi in the chats if you just get here. And I need to find a better setup because I really wish I had a mouse, but I don't have anywhere to plug in an extra mouse yet. So we're gonna go a little rogue, not rogue, but I mean it's the same setup we've had. So where's everybody? Got 4 in there. Who are the 4? I don't think one of them is me because I'm logged out there. I'm not logged in here, so one of them's not me, which is good. Some post-its again. But I think those are going to be for Monday. Like this is part of Monday. What is today's date? The 16th. I can actually throw those two away. Hey, Kelly's here. What up? How are you doing? How's the baby? Hey, Sophie. Nine minutes. Yeah, today's gonna be fun. I think, like conceptually, like I got some visuals that aren't gonna get me copyrighted. Oscar show got me copyrighted. Like they hit me even without the sound. So I guess they're tracking. Well, probably too is somehow they know I was playing an ABC clip. Sophie just running around all day. Which means she's gonna just relax for a minute. And then tonight, boom, crazy again before bed. We might have Liam tomorrow. I don't know. He hasn't really talked to me. In theory, I don't even know if he's still on spring break. I thought he had 2 weeks off for spring break. So in theory, we have plenty of time tomorrow to record for Monday. You need to watch those old school clips where someone tapes their TV. Yeah, right. Well, we got the new computer, and it's super. Like, I didn't realize this. And I'll probably talk about it again a little bit more on Monday. But like, the new computer has a thing called S mode, or like a Windows computer, where it limits like everything that you could do with it. Like it only does like Microsoft approved apps and activities. So if I try to go and do like it limits it real hard. I was reading up on it and they're like, you could turn off S mode, but then you can't turn it back on again, which seems pretty stupid, but I'm gonna eventually turn it off, I think, because I needed to do more things. I'm thinking, well, I don't want to get into too much because we might cover some of these extra ideas on today's episode. Do you remember what today's episode's about? Celine, how you doing? Happy Saturday. All right, I've got 6 more minutes. I'm doing pretty good. A little bummed out. Not like Courtney had a con that she went to today, and I didn't know there was a con today. So by the time I like I wanted to go with her, but I didn't get a chance to take it like all the day off to go with her. I don't even know which con it was, but I think it would have been cool to go down and hang out and do a con. So I know she should be home by now. There's no way she stayed all day. She was gonna go for there's somebody there that she wanted to see, and I don't remember who it was, but I mean, I do have the internets here. I suppose I could look it up real quick. Um, let's see. Let's see. How have you been, Celine? Oh yes. Oh, she didn't stay until 7. She said you had to work, but she invited me. Said he'd go with her. Oh, sweet. Darius. Um, 10 to 7. The people she wanted to meet. Man, you should find out. I can't see her hanging out that. Well, I guess I could. Well, especially if Darius went there. So if she has somebody there, she'll hang out a while. Um, no. Oh, the Game On Expo. Yeah, I was looking at that one. I looked at it like a couple of weeks ago. I think I told Kelly about it, about old video games, like old vintage video games. And that was like maybe 2 weeks ago. And then I just like, I don't know, I just guess it's don't follow through on it. Lynn didn't seem really excited about it, so I didn't want to take. If we were going to go, we would have gone on a Sunday. But Lane would have just got back from vacation. When did he get back? Like Monday, Tuesday ish. So who knows? I emailed the Tucson people and asked them if we can come back next year and podcast from the floor. So I have like a little table and a little booth, basically saying like, "Hey, we'll come down for like the 2 or 3 days, and then we'll live stream, we'll podcast, we'll interview people, we'll interview the vendors." So I just sent that email yesterday. That is November 10th ish. So anybody wants to go to TucsCon, Kelly? It's going to be in November 8, 9, 10. He should be here tomorrow. I think I got a late, like, I don't know. I got a late invite. She hit me up on like Tuesday. She's like, "What are you doing on Saturday?" I'm like, "Ah." And then by that point, I had uh, already like I had work to do today. Actually, like, go figure. Had a couple interviews and a project that I'm working on that I had to do today. Yes, Tucson. It was a fun little show, but I totally think we should go up there again. I'd like to record a little bit longer. Yeah, he should be here tomorrow. I'm going to pick him up at 9. So we'll get him at 9. Come back here. I don't know what he wants to do. Like the idea is that we would talk about his wrestling. I watch some of his wrestling stuff again. Kid's a beast. So I'm writing an episode for him coming up where we get into his wrestling. Yeah. 1 minute. So yeah, I'll be over there by 9:30, hopefully. Well, 9 o'clock. He's like last time he pushed it late. He hello, Rita's here. That means Grandma should be closely by. Yeah, last time I picked Liam up, he was up at like right at 8:30, and I was like, "Cool, I'll be there in half an hour." So his mom yells at him to make sure he gets up. I guess wait. Hello, and welcome to Whimsy Live. That's the one thing I got, man. I just like to make sure that I start right at 6 o'clock. I have no idea what I was saying before. Oh, like Lane was yelling at me the other day, like last week. He's like, "You don't wake me up right." I'm like, "Well, what the hell does that mean?" He's like, "My mom just takes the blankets off and puts the fan right in his face." I'm like, "All right, I guess." All right. What do we got for today? We got a bunch of people here hanging out. Um, let's find the name of the episode today. Whimsy's Mind Pocket. So last week, oh, hold on. Mascot. Oh, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. It is a Tell Steve Dave hat. This one is an exclusive through Patreon. So there's only one of those right now. So I can't wear this one until I get an extra one. So I don't know how to get an extra one yet. Online, if I try to buy it on the aftermarket, no joke, eBay probably sell that hat for like $60. So if you see me wearing that hat, it means I spent $60 on a hat. So, all right. Yes, this week's episode, Mind Pockets. We talked a little bit last week. I had the recorder, and the idea was going to be I would record my thoughts throughout the week because I was writing on these stupid post-its. Hi, Grandma. On the stupid post-its, and then I lose them, and then I don't even know I don't even know what's on these things. Like here's like I got here. Look, 312 22. It says mom. I don't even know what that means. 314 37 Ming 316 37 J kids. I think these were notes for the shorts that I was posting on the dates. And I don't know why I had to write them down. I don't know. So, Mind Pockets is I'm going to try and make, I think we're going to try it out. You guys are going to have to thumbs up and thumbs like if we like it. Guess Saturdays is going to be the Mind Pockets episode. What we'll do is I'll record some, I got a recorder, keep it in my pocket all the time. And then as I have a genius thought, I'm going to record it. Because like a lot of the times I'm driving and I hear or see something or I think of something. And then I was like, oh, I will remember that. And then I never remember it. Like I get 2 exits ahead and then I completely spaced it. I just forgot what I was doing. So yeah, I got the recorder because I talk to myself when I podcast and I talk to people. So like whatever thing I was hung up on about recording myself, gone. Had a blast with it though. And then I'll put it together Saturday morning. I got some visuals today, people. And I think we just kind of we're just gonna listen to what the hell's going on in my head for the week. I have not listened. There's 16 of them. I have 16 different recordings throughout the week. So 16 ideas that came to me that I needed to record. I listened to the first 3 seconds of the first one just to make sure like the volume was okay. The first one sounds like I recorded it in the car with my windows down. Like I have no idea, but I think they get better as we go on. So I don't know. Different format, new format. I have no idea what this is gonna. I don't even know what this is gonna look like, but we're gonna have some fun with it. I don't think I have anything else. Notebooks, same thing. You have until the first to get the misprints before I take them out and I put in the new ones. Yeah, there's really not much else going on. Kind of just doing my thing. But with the idea behind Mind Pockets is to create some structure, so that way, if I record all week, and we repeat this next week with different ideas, Saturday writes itself, and then it's one less thing I need to worry about trying to write. So it's going to be today, Ben, listening to last week, Ben. So let's go ahead and see what we got here, guys.
Random idea for update to a episode 37 project. I need to record a intro to book project on a episode so that I can tag the episode, and then I can pull the transcription and I can use that as kind of a forward to this book I want to do for episode 37. Don't know which episode, but it's some upcoming episode. Record forward or opening or intro to episode 37 book.
All right. So I think I mentioned it a little bit about this episode 37 book I want to do. It's basically an idea that I stole from Tom Steve Dave, because they did a transcribed of 2 episodes, 12 and 13, making hay. So I want to try to do the same thing with 37. So I'm not good at writing. So I can, but I thought it would be a little bit more like meta and would fit better with the book. So in an upcoming Monday episode, I'm going to record something. I don't know how long it's going to be, but it's going to be like the history of this book and the why I wanted to, and then I'll transcribe that and put that inside like page 1, kind of like a forward to the book. So I'm working on the cover for that, and the beauty of these books is it doesn't cost me anything to have them printed. So I just make it, format it, put it together, and then put it online, and then I can just order them offline. So I don't have to buy like 100 extra books and then find a way to try to sell 100 books. I don't know if anybody wants a book of the 3 episodes from 37, and if you don't, then I don't care, but I do. And I'll just buy me a couple. We could do some really fun stuff with them, but yeah, there's a book coming out, episode 37. So we'll see what happens. Now look how cool this is, right? So we got some visuals right there. Did we notice that the colors changed? That's how I know when to pause it and when the next one starts again. Like how genius this is. Like, I'm amazed. Like, I came up with this last night. I was like, oh man, this is so easy. Like it was kind of a pain in the ass to do. It wasn't that bad, but look, we're gonna watch all the colors change. All right, this is the episode. We're just gonna hear it, and I'm gonna tell you what I was thinking.
A game for Liam and a game for like the Rhiannon and Nikki episode. But I asked them questions about our childhoods, and then record the ask mom and grandma questions and record their answers, and then we play a game of what do you think their answer was, and then we all pick, and then we play the recording of the answer. So don't know what the game is, don't know what the questions are, but ask some questions. What do we think the answer is? No, wait, ask a question, and then we guess what the answer, which multiple choice. And then we guess which one do we think mom said. And now obviously I would come up with the other 2 fake answers. And then we play a game with that. We could do that with Liam. We could do that with the Rhiannon and Nikki episode. Yes, that's it.
Boom, color change. Look how cool that is. I'm so proud of myself. Because it's so much easier to put it all in one spread, like one long video, versus me trying to fumble my way through clicking on 16 individual fucking files, man. So I think this is fucking genius. What do you guys think about that? A game like that? like it would be what was grandma's favorite soap opera, and then General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, or Young and the Restless, and then we would record it, and then we'd all pick, and then after we lock in our answers, I'll play an audio clip similar to like what we're doing right now. And grandma would be like, "Oh shoot, let me guess. Hold on, I think I know what it is. Young and the Restless, right? I know it was in General Hospital. What are other soap operas? General Hospital. Which one's the one that had like the hourglass? You have to interact, guys. Which one was Days of Our Lives, General Hospital, Young and the Restless? So those three. Wasn't there like I don't know what other soap operas were there? Grandma, I know you're working. Why need you get to your phone and tell me what your favorite soap opera was? Because I know Nikki doesn't listen to these, and I know Rhiannon doesn't. So um, I need to know what the answer is, so that way when we play the game, I at least get 1 point. What do we think? We like this game? Days of Our Lives is what the hourglass. Yes. It's kind of a fun game. Different, a little interactive, kind of get mom and grandma recorded a little bit. Grandma's been on the podcast a couple times. Mom hasn't been, but I'll trick her into recording something. All My Children. Which one did I say? I don't remember when I said Young and the Restless. All My Children. I knew that one. If I knew what the fourth one was, I would have picked it. I only picked because I didn't. Man, that sucks. All right, All My Children. Like, it's crazy. Soap operas. Like, and that was fun about this episode. Boom, I can do a soap opera episode on Mondays now. Like, we're just kind of just brainstorming some stuff. It's all about brainstorming. All right, let's see what else we got here.
Why do I like gnomes? Where did that come from? I don't know. I should deep dive, like, soul search for my inner gnome. Find out why I like gnomes. Because I do have an affinity for gnomes. Alright. Why do I like gnomes? Deal. Work on it.
Oh, that's so funny. I just like the idea. It's like some of it's like you get like because it's not just me in bed because like I'm not home. Like I'm working or like I'm walking around. I'm sitting at a front desk. Like I could be grocery shopping, getting like just. I just like the idea, and I don't have like an opening. Okay, we talked about last week was like, do I have like a little catchphrase in the beginning so that way we know that this is a thought. So I kind of just going, but I just like the idea of like, I like gnomes. I don't know why I like gnomes. I like gnomes, but I don't know, Grandma, when did I start liking gnomes? AKA, did you, or not AKA, did you even know I liked gnomes prior to this podcast? You were like, yeah, I guess. Yeah, we'll just do an episode about gnomes. I got some books. Like, no joke, I got books. Like, first edition, like, real in-depth ones. I think Kelly saw it once. Has like each page has like the gnome's house, like some of the tools that they use and the furniture, and it kind of just like deep dives like the day in the life of a gnome, and then it has like some anatomy and like it's like 200 like 150 pages. Like it's weird. It's a big book. I'll have to find that book and I'll bring it up. There'll be the mascot for the gnome episode. There we go.
Idea. Just finished the recording of episode 42. It's a little cautionary tale about some bathroom work I had done. Is it a would people call in on a live or call in for a podcast recording to tell their horror stories of bad contracted work? Like I put it like on the Nextdoor app, like, hey, do you have a horror story? Do you want to tell it? And then can I make that a segment for the live stream or a podcast episode? I don't know. Think about it.
So I guess I don't have an opening, but it sounds like I have a closing. Like, think about it. Oh, I don't know. I love it. Did everybody listen to episode 42? That episode went a little longer than I thought it was. I thought it was good. Um, it, 3 pages worth of notes to make. I had a timeline. I had to get the texts out and then grab the timeline, and then I write off some of the chat and stuff. Because I think we've all been there. We've had horror stories. It doesn't necessarily have to be a handyman or what do you call it? Housework. Could be like mechanic. I don't know what else. Like, I don't know, just horror stories and service. Remodeling disasters, right? Like, doesn't even necessarily have to be like the guy was bad. It would just be like, oh, we were gonna knock out this wall, then realize like that wall is like structurally needed for the house. So they're like, kind of like, we have to now we have to rethink it. Mom's looking to do a bunch of remodeling. So not that I hope she has like a horror problem, but like talk about like the process a little bit. I don't know. I don't know. Would people complain if given the platform to complain? Think about it. Yeah, that's so dumb. Yeah, in the comments, like any of these that you guys like, throw them in there because otherwise I'm going to do them all. I'm going to do all 16 of these ideas. If there are any duds, please let me know. Because I'll do all of them. I swear to God. Don't push me. I got 16 episodes. The next 16 episodes are going to be in this order. Unless you guys tell me otherwise. Watch your color change. Boom.
I'm 8 minutes into the Jimmy Kimmel monologue for his the show that would have aired Monday, and it is already funnier than he was in the Oscars. Hot take.
Oh my God, that's so funny. I'm going for a think about it. Through a hot pink. Oh my God, that's so good. I'm so dumb. I'm in my car by myself. Oh my God. Oh. Oh my God, that's so funny. I had a 2-day project redoing my jacuzzi and it took 2.5 weeks. Ooh, see? There we go. All right. So here's the irony of this whole idea, right? This whole project is I record them so that way I don't forget the idea. Now, grandma can come on and talk about her remodel project, but now I have to write it down on a post-it. Oh man, like this thing was looking good and now it's falling apart. This whole thing's falling apart. Like, do I re-record it again? All right. Yeah, grandma's yeah, you can call in on a Monday. We need a name of the segment. Like like we need to play on words for model remodel. Um let's see. Like I don't know. I don't know. That might be next week's hot take. But yeah, get her on there. We all love when you crack yourself up, dude. That is just because I haven't listened to these, and I just love the idea that I'm just like, I think, oh, it's so good. All right, as soon as I get a title, Grandma, you're on deck in the next week or two. On a Monday, I'm calling you. You're going to talk about your remodel. So you got that coming. On this slideshow, like if I keep this this idea, like should I number them so that way we know what number I'm on, or do we just or I don't tell you how many there are, we just keep going and you guys how many did you do this week? So like this graphic, this is just it's a placeholder for me. It's something that you guys can see to kind of whatever. I like the changing of the colors again because it helps keep me on the pauses, the play pause. So yeah, let me know if we should number them. So that because I have no idea how many I've done. All I know is I had one really funny one. All right, here we go.
What if I was to live stream with Liam and I commissioned like a graphic that we would just put on repeat while we did it, like the two gnomes? Would it be like two gnomes like talking back and forth? But would that look weird if I was talking and like the Liam gnome was talking? Or do I just do like a screensaver? I remember those back in like '95, where it'd just be like the gnomes running across the screen and then like crawling off the screen, and like if it was a series of like repeating like just movements across the screen, like one in a car, one walking, climbing up a ladder, climbing back down a ladder. If we did that, because I could put that animation up while we live streamed, and then Liam can live stream, but we wouldn't show any faces because it would just be this animation. So don't know which one. I like the idea of the two. I think it'd be, I don't know how much it would be distracting to see a different voice talking than the associated gnome. I don't know. Think about it.
So this is a serious question because I think Liam would love to live stream, and if he's still on spring break, like tomorrow, like I could take this graphic, the green one right now, and I can just blow it up the full screen. So me and Liam could just talk over this, right? So I can get like a Whimsy live image and just put it up there, and me and Liam can just live stream tomorrow or Monday if we wanted to. But so the idea is you get two. So like I can commission to have some animations made, but they're like 5 or 10 seconds long. So the idea would be take the 10-second, like so it'd be like 10 seconds, right? So it'd be like, so you got the two gnomes, and it would be like talk, 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 right? And then like doing this, and then I would just repeat it. So would it look weird to see two gnomes like reacting like conversationally, but they're not going to match up with the actual conversation? So is that too distracting? And would it just be funny to have like again screensaver where like we got gnomes crawling out of pockets and running across the screen, and then drops into the pocket, like, and we just do some like and just loop it. A lot of that, what are those ASRMs? Are those the right 3 letters? ASRM, ARSMs, whatever they are. Like the big one is like it's a little bit like anime themed, and there's a kid working, like it's a girl doing homework, and it plays like some classical music or some like elevator music in the background. So like those are huge, but it's again for when people are trying to do homework and stuff, you just put it on, and then the animation is very like the lights flicker a little bit and you see her hand moving. So it's like I'm working, I look over and the girl's still working. So it's like one of those things. So it's not conversational. So would a repeating talking heads be distracting? Um, I don't know. Because I really do think Lane would live stream a lot more if we can find a way to make it. Because I don't know, like, I mean, obviously you guys log into this live stream because you're like, that guy is funny and he's adorable and he laughs at himself. But like if I had just the graphic up, is it still as engaging? So I don't know. I don't want to pay for it if it's not going to work. Or if I had like, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. We have to think about that. What do you guys think? If to get Liam on a live stream, do you want just a still image like the green one on the screen, or would it be okay to have some kind of like low key graphic, some animation where something is happening? I'll wait. Just kidding. I'll go. Anybody who's listening to this on the after, put it in the comments. Which one you guys are thinking? Because otherwise, I just buy both. Like like somewhere there's got to be an episode of just the random shit that I buy just to buy. So, I mean, if I did get both of them, like I can find something to do with the graph. Like I could do something with the animations. I can find some other project for them. But for live stream purposes, is it distracting to have talking heads that don't sync with the actual conversation? And we just have some screensaver action going on.
Adrian asked me about the Oscar review. I didn't think it went so great. But I didn't realize that the podcast episode was a review. Deep dive why Candyman review was better than the Oscar review.
Yeah, I did not like last week's Oscar review. It needed to be structured better. Like I had the clips ready, but man, especially for the Oscars, like know something about the movie, what it was about, like who the hell these people are. I can't read names, so like anybody with like crazy names, I can't even read it. So, I don't think I think it was pretty horrible. I didn't like last week's Oscar review. Like I think I could do. I think there's just so many different categories. Like I could probably do like a movie review, like we did the one episode recap for Orphan Black. So if I kept it like to like one or two things, but to go over like 9 categories, no good. No, thank you. Check out that. Look how funny that is. That is a green the in the middle of the chasing the. That is a misprint. Yeah, I did not like the Oscar review. It was just too many moving pieces and too many things. And if I'm going to do a review, I should obviously have some kind of general idea about it. And I don't think I was as versed as I would have been if I did an Oscar review 2022. So, because I know none of you guys are gonna be like, that was garbage. You're gonna be like, you tried, Ben. Here's your participation trophy. I don't want your participation trophy. Tell me it sucked, so then I don't have to do any more review. Like, we got the Grammys coming up. I might do a Grammy review. What do you guys think of that? See, this is what happens when you guys give me participation awards. I keep trying dumb things. I do have an idea for I don't know who the new person is. Mom on break. Is that you, Mom? I just like how I see the number of people move up, and then I just stop everything and just wave and just say hi to Mom. Yeah. So award show reviews, no more. Sorry guys. So if you guys really did like it, I'm sorry.
Is the writing on the wall that the WWE is going to go back to an Attitude Era esque show? Right now, it's a PG show because of whatever channel they're on, sponsors and advertising and all of that. But 2025, I think they're going to go to Netflix. So you don't have the problems of advertising with Netflix. So could they be spending the next year gearing up for a resurgence of the Attitude Era? Think about it.
I do like the think about it. Oh, that's so funny. So this one was more like for Liam. This was a Liam thought question. Making a note for the end of the show. We used to go to other grandma's house. I'll keep trying. Andy's here. Oh no, trust me, I'm going to keep trying. I say I'm not going to do no more reviews. I'm going to do like 3 more reviews because I got to hone my review skills. But we used to go to other grandmas in the 90s because is there a statute of limitation on stolen cable? Okay, well, we knew a guy who had the channels, and we would go to that person's house, right? That other person's house. And we would watch all the pay-per-views every month. So we would go over there and we would watch them. And the Attitude Era spanned 96 to like 01. And it was rated PG-13. And the storylines were like aggressive. They had like people being thrown off of steel cages. We have like people hitting each other, like hardcore hitting people with chairs, blood all over the place. And some of these chair shots, like I wish, like I can't even play clips of it. That's how stupid this stupid thing is. But it was a very aggressive. And then some of the storylines with women were just like you couldn't do them today. So, right around 04, they dropped their rating down to PG because they were finding out like kids love wrestling. So if you can gear it towards like a PG, then you snag all those extra kids. And then you get all that merch and the shirts and all that other stuff. So you make a bunch of money off of the kids. But some of the storylines they have going on right now, I barely follow the stupid thing. Like, to be fair, I read a couple of articles about the storylines that they're having right now. And with Vince McMahon and his problems, and then just the overall like image of the WWE right now, like how do you get rid of the dark cloud of Vince McMahon? More blood, more chairs. So, well, 316 guys. Ben said it a year in advance. So when WWE goes to Netflix and we start to see the ratings change a little bit and it gets old school again, this guy right here, he called it. So write that down. Let's see what else we got.
I like being a solo for the Whimsy Lives. But could I benefit if I had like a writing partner? Like some of the like we have some like writing teams, Simon Pegg and Egner Wright. Like Simon Pegg's always in front of the camera, Egner Wright is behind. You got like the Farrelly brothers, the Coen brothers. or if I had like how does one get into like a writing room or create a writer's room? Because you get some like careers started in writing rooms. I'm kind of just looking around a little bit, but like you get like Louis C.K. started off as a writer um, on television shows. You also got like, Chris Rock, I think, did a little bit of writing for a couple of shows. Who else? Let me come up here. Uh, that's the Nick Harvey show. I'm trying to find some shows. Like Judd Apatow, he's never in front, but he does a lot of writing rooms. Gary Shandling, I had a conversation. I don't even know what he was in, but you see him a little bit more behind the scenes. Let's see who else we have. Um, Judd Apatow. You got a lot of people that like end up doing like bigger things. So like, how does one create a writer's room? Conan O'Brien is a famous writer for like SNL. Bob Odenkirk, he was a writer for a long time. Let's see who else. Robert Cohen for The Simpsons. Let's see. If there's any other names that kind of jump out real quick. That's about it. Like I enjoy doing the Whimsy lives. Like I'm not complaining, but like it's not unheard of to see like writers' rooms, like all the Jimmy Kimmel. Like he's got a writer's room full of people helping him with his jokes on his show. I don't even know if I don't even think he does stand up. I think he just does like he's always just been a TV personality. So no, like, who is it? Dave Chappelle and the guy that does Three Mics, Brett Neal. Hold on, let me find his name. Three Mics. Neil Brennan. Like him and Dave Chappelle worked together for a bunch. So I think I need more friends. But yeah, just a thought. Because it would be like, because what would a writer room do? They'd help look up articles and stories. Give me some bullet points. We can kind of work out different segments and stuff. I bring in my comedic timing and sense of humor, but a lot of successful TV shows, comedians, talk shows, they all have writer rooms. I don't know, just thinking.
Yeah, I was thinking about that one for a minute. So I'm doing a lot of stuff on the solo side, like there's not enough. Like there's not enough, not enough hours in the day. Good lord! Like I'm already working 16 of them. Um, yeah. So like, do I just go on Twitter and be like, "Hey, I'm starting up a writer's room for my Whimsy Live," and then just ask people to like start submitting some news, write a couple of jokes, and then I can tweak them, or it's just like one of those things where um, it's finding the information, right? So like, I need my hands on my face. Like, what the hell am I doing? Um, like if there was like me and one other person even, and it was just like looking up weird news. Like I got one for Monday. Like I I have it's a bad joke, right? But it would lend it would be good to have a second person to bounce it off of, and then to get a second rewrite on it, right? And make the joke just way more better. So everybody has to come back on Monday, so you can hear. I'll probably do it early on. I'll probably start off with this. I might start it off with yeah. So my joke, I might do Monday first thing, and see if I can like quasi make a like a monologue with it. Um, right, Dick Van Dyke Show was all about writing room. Good lord, that's right. Super meta. Um, yeah, like I think like and again like we're less than a year in, but I do think that there would be a benefit to have someone to bounce jokes off of, and or someone who's looking up like just weird like there's a science article about fungi growing on frogs, and like we've never seen this before, and like how are funguses growing on frogs, and I'm like, I'm sure there's a joke in there somewhere. um so it's like, let's see, Courtney knows, Esther, Kelly, um like they all know like I need sometimes like a sounding board to kind of just bounce ideas off of. Andy does it all the time with me, where she just like I just need to throw some ideas out and like see what sticks, and then I can tweak it a little bit or just completely leave it and just like, structure it a little bit. But um yeah, like if I had like two people, right, be like you do like sports and science, and then somebody else does like current events and pulp culture, and then they give me some material, and then I can look over it, and then I can start making jokes, and then just kind of like because if that was like if we could get two or three different types of topics, we could totally structure Monday to be weird news, pulp culture, movie reviews, and then um, if I need someone to help with some of that research, so then I can start making jokes and start researching some other stuff too. Yeah, this is like, man, like I'm doing a pretty good job just winging the hell out of this thing. Um, but it would like, wouldn't it be bad to have a second rewrite on a joke? Yeah, so listen Monday because you're gonna be like, yeah, Ben, that needed a second, possibly a third rewrite. Um, it's gonna be good though. You'll like it. So yeah, anybody have anyone? If we know anybody who's like super funny, um, or likes to do research, you guys can. Let's hold on. Let's get the banner up here. Um, if you see any weird articles, tweet them to me, email me, text them to me. Um, like what's going on? We got the eclipse coming up, right? So the articles like animals are going crazy for during eclipses, and I start reading the article, and they're like, one of these zoos, fucking giraffes are just running like crazy, just in circles, and I'm like, oh man, I'm like, I need to research that a little bit more to come up with a running giraffe joke. Um, but yeah, like the cicadas. A couple weeks ago, we talked about the cicadas. Like, I just need someone to help. Just give me the good stuff. Like, I don't want to read all like because like that's what I hate about like some of these articles. Like, I go on CNN because I like want to be smart. So I'm trying to read an article and they hook you, right? They're like cicada apocalypse coming, like one said in every 38 years. And you're like, oh, you click it, and they're like, cicadas are going to be crawling out of the ground like two broods at a time. And then it's like a page and a half of just garbage, of just nothing, like the history of a cicada and a bunch of shit that doesn't even matter. And then you get to the bottom, and they're like, yeah, they're on a cycle and they're going to be coming out at the same time. And it's just like, oh, and I just get like, not discouraged, but man, like they lose me halfway through the page. And I was like, well, I no longer care about this cicada fucking Armageddon because I don't care about the other stuff that you put in the middle. Just give me all the good stuff. Or is there a website? Is there any good websites that kind of like condense articles down, like to like not so sciencey? Like like so the joke on Monday, I read the whole thing and there was a bunch of garbage in it and it pissed me off. I used to read Huffington Post. They used to have like really condensed, like Reader Digest type articles. Maybe I'll go back to the Huffington Post. I don't know. We'll think about it. But yeah, if anybody wants to be part of the Whimsy writer room, let me know. It doesn't pay anything. I'll give you credit. We'll write some jokes. We'll have a good time. Like all those names I read off, they all started off in writer rooms. Like we could be the new Saturday Night Live.
Maybe a new bit, like lost media that was never recorded. I was thinking of like back to one of the live streams for like the Kanban meetings. Like I think it would have been totally cool to see me to have a recording of those meetings. I think I did pretty good in those. They were fun. I enjoyed doing them. I did a lot of them. What was it? We did it for a year and a half, 52 weeks, average 2 per week. Like, oh my God, did I really do 150 of those things? Yeah. So just reminisce, like lost media that was never recorded. Because I think it would have been cool to have a recording of those.
Yeah. I don't know what that looks like or how we record it. Reenact them? Can I do a reenactment? Celine, I need you to come over. We're going to get a bunch of people. We'll get Grandma, we'll get Kelly, we'll get Esther. And then Celine, you're going to have to make sure I do it right because I know you went to a bunch of those things. Courtney, we'll get Courtney too. I should just reenact like old meetings that I used to have because they were really good. I had a lot of fun in them. Man, my boss is awesome. He like it was, I don't know, like the level of trust that guy gave me to be like, all right, people seem to enjoy Ben, so we'll let Ben do his thing, and then engagement shoots up. So it's like whatever he's doing, it's working. Man, I love doing those meetings. I just really like talking to people about what's going on. Clearly, this is basically what I'm doing now, but way more animated. Like we'll have to get Courtney on. Selena, like who else is? Like, do I know anybody else from those days? Let's see. Boom, we got some interaction here. Andy, you could throw out a question of the week, and then next week, everyone, including you, chat about it. Like question of the, like a question from Cards Against Humanity type questions. Yes. Because I think it would. Yes, I like that. I'd like to start posting reminders like Wednesday for like Monday show. Like, because I send everybody text and I tweeted and everything. But I would like to put worst case scenario or Pepsi challenges, right? Like this week's Pepsi challenge is TV or whatever it is. I'd like to start posting those like Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, Wednesday, whatever, 3 days before Monday, and kind of get people like submitting questions. So if they can't get into the live stream, at least that way I can read their answers online. And just start trying to, but yes, I totally agree. I like that idea. So now I got to come up with questions. That's why I need a writer's room. Can't put me on the spot and ask me to write questions. Yeah, I want to try and start engaging it. Like what's nice about the, like, kind of like this idea, right? The mind pockets, coming in what this is going to be. Like, we're just going to hear Ben talk to himself. He's going to crack himself up once or twice. He's going to have some weird ideas. But then like on the Mondays, it's like, okay, cool. Mondays, halfway through the show, he's going to jump into the question of the week. And like, you'll log in because you're like, I want to hear Ben talk about my answer. Or whatever else. But yeah. Someone write that down. I need someone write that down person. Write that down. All right, so give it like 2 weeks. Give me like 2 or 3 weeks, and I'll start posting some questions at the end of Monday, and then I'll re-update everybody like 3 times throughout the week. who follows on all the socials. So I don't know if you guys noticed. It looks like Ben is way on top of posting on the socials. No, I found a program that lets me schedule all the. So I have all my social posts scheduled for the next week and a half. I think we talked about that last week a little bit. So I can easily just throw in an extra one of whatever the question of the week is. Or like I'd like to get the topics out there earlier. So yes, we're gonna work on that. We're gonna start getting because like right now, you guys didn't even know it was what's this mind pockets until like what 3 o'clock when I texted everybody. So yeah, we're gonna try and get some advanced notice so you guys can get prepared. And come on, let's get this one off. Let's get my comments back. All right, I think we're getting close to the end. I don't know. Oh, we still got 5 minutes. All right, hold on. Here we go.
Attempt to do long form videos about a topic. First topic will be Chrono Trigger. That's it.
Well, there we go. Long form videos. So I fall down these rabbit holes of like true crimes or retrospectives. And those are crazy because you almost like record, like I have to write scripts out for those things, get all the videos and the graphics together and kind of put it all together, almost record it and then put it out. It wouldn't be a live, it would just be like a video. So it's like it's basically making a movie, right? So I'd write out a script about, so if I did Chrono Trigger, it's a game back from 1995, considered one of the best RPGs of all time. And it would be like an hour and a half long of like back in 95. Two video game companies, Annex and Square, are competing against each other. Square decides that they want to make a game, and then it would kind of just deep dive into they like why the game is so good. Like they have a dream team. Like Chrono Trigger is famous for having the dream team make the game. Akira, what's his name? He just died. Akira. Oh man, I had it. Oh, that's the name. I had it yesterday. Gucci was one of them. Nobuo Uematsu did the music. Dragon Ball Z was created by, where's his name? Well, that's dumb. Give me some names. But yeah, they put all these people together that were like the biggest in their fields, like animation design, music, story. So they had this dream team of like 6 people, and they created this game called Chrono Trigger. So I would like to try to do like longer form videos, but they're harder. And I definitely need like a writer's room for that one. Like I definitely need to get someone researching. I need someone to proofread it because I can't write or spell for shit. Akira Toriyama, he just passed away. He was the creator behind Dragon Quest and Dragon Ball Z. He also did all the character animations for Chrono Trigger. So, like it almost means nothing to most of you, but if we can kind of deep dive a little bit and kind of just highlight the cultural impact that this game had and that these people had on the culture and within their fields, and then it's because I watch a bunch of shit that I don't think would be interesting, but then they hook you, and then you kind of just fall into this rabbit hole of like, oh, I don't know anything about this, but they told it in a way that I guess I care about, or at least interested about. Like a lot of documentaries do stuff like that. So I would like to do long, but then I need like an editor so we can like edit everything together. I got I got one or two people that I think can help me with the editing stuff, but yeah, long form videos, they would be cool. I don't know how to do one though. So give me some topics of what you guys want to do. Like I want to do, like my mom likes all the true crime stuff. I would love to do one on the Natalie Grace and kind of just give my take on the Natalie Grace stuff, do some research on it. I want to do a retrospective of year one, chasing the Whimsy. So it's all this research I don't mind doing. But like if I had one or two more people to help me with, collect dates and whatever it is, then we can kind of write the script and everything else. So you will get long form content, but it's going to be a while because I got to figure out how to do it all. Because I don't want to do those live and just fumble my way through it. I don't want, because it doesn't do the source material justice. So, yeah, shoot some comments of what you guys like to see videos, some long form videos on Journey, like the rise and fall. Like I'd like to do like some rise and falls of something. I don't know what right now, like on the spot. I don't know. I'll record one later this week. Like I'll mind pocket it. All right. So yeah, there you go. So yeah, long forms. I'm thinking about it. I'm going to look into it.
Boo. I need something to help me sleep better because I cannot sleep for longer than like 2 hours in the morning. I don't want to take anything that's going to get me too sleepy to the point where I oversleep. So I need help finding out where and how to sleep.
Yeah, man, I get grumpy. You get me on a Thursday with no sleep, I cannot stay asleep. I wake up at 10 o'clock every morning, and the alarm is set for 11:15. So yes, I will wait for this one. You guys throw me out some suggestions on how to stay asleep when I go to sleep at 8 in the morning. Like there's a weird science to it. Like your body has a natural sleep state, and it's typically like 9 to 6 or like 9 to 7 or something. Like your body just naturally wants to be asleep then. So when you work overnights, you throw your whole body system out of whack. So at 8 o'clock in the morning, I can get to sleep, but my body's like, it's 9 o'clock. You're supposed to be awake like most people. And I wake up every time. I try and play some, what should I call it? Like I do the rain. I did the rain thing for a little bit, but then the thunder wakes me up. Like I'll put on like a video. Like I'll watch like it's so funny because like when on my days off, so like after this, I'm gonna go in the room. I'm gonna try and watch something, and I'll fall asleep within the first 8 minutes of it. So like things like that. Like I can find things that I can fall asleep to real quick, but then when it ends and it plays the new video, I can't. It wakes me up. So, someone please help me sleep. I just want to go to sleep. That's all I want. I'm gonna wait. I keep getting feedback that says my chats are super slow. So, in case it's slow, I'm gonna give you guys a second to look at it. Where am I going? This one here. You should probably be working towards working only one job so that you can be healthier and sleep better. Okay. Well, obviously, yes, working two jobs sucks. I am in the process of working into that. I have a very short goal to be dropping one of these jobs. But unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be like a year. Wait, hold on. I want to get to 15 at the other place. So what am I at right now? 13. I think I could. If I can get aggressive with the uh, with some bills and savings, I definitely think I will dip out of the second job when I hit 15 years. So, um, could it go earlier? Sure, but I definitely think I'm going to hit 15 and then bail out. I don't think I want to be there much longer after that. You see that every year? Yeah, you will get down to one. I think 15 is a nice, reasonable number. So I just celebrated. Oh, when did I start there? It was the end of, yeah, it was the end of March. So March, like we'll call it March 30th, would be 13 years. Or is it 14 years? 10. No, it's 14 years. So it could be 1 year. I just have to get really aggressive with the savings. All right. I can leave after I pay off the new car, and I have a plan for that. All right, cool. I got a year. So we're gonna hope for a year. And then I'll just take all that time and do it over here. So you'll see me live streaming 5 more days a week, everybody. Because if I can live stream for an hour a day, it's still less hours than working 8 hours. Yes. Okay, so for the next year, do we have any ideas? I can sleep better. Do I need like a how do we feel about earbuds? If I listen to music with my earbuds, so that way it cuts out some of the outside noises. I have the blackout curtains, but I think they can be blackered outer more. I don't know. I just it's any number of things that keep waking me up. So I just need something to kind of just put that shit in the comments, man, because there's nothing more frustrating than waking up an hour ahead of your alarm because you know you won't go back to sleep fast enough, and you just sit there and you just think about it and just be pissed off. Oh, it's so frustrating. All right, here we go.
I hate listening to like CNN interviews. Like this guy's interviewing Beau Bridges. And it was like, your mom named you after Beau from a character in Gone with the Wind. So obviously you were going to grow up to be an actor, right? Like that doesn't make any sense. There's no correlation between you being named after a character and then destined to be in movies. I hate dumb interview questions.
Yeah, good lord. Like I'll fall down this rabbit hole every once in a while because I think I can learn something from an interview. So I like to watch people do interviews. And man, this the dumbest questions. I hate like it's so dumb. You get some of these questions of like, hold on, I think there's a second part to this one. I know for a fact because I went back for it again. Sleep apnea. I 100% have sleep apnea. Will they give me a CPAP machine if I have 4-year-old sleep apnea diagnosis, or they can make me do another sleep study? Has sleep apnea technology gotten better? Because like when they wanted me to do it 100 years ago, like the machines are like this big, and then there's like huge ass hoses, and it's like a whole face mask. And I'm like, I'm not gonna fall asleep with the. Oh man, no. Can I get a surgery? Is there a surgery I can do? What is sleep apnea? It's the closing. Okay, so hold on. Sleep apnea is I don't even know what it is. I just know that it cuts off airflow somewhere. But the sleep study is just a sensor and it goes on your finger. Like I could do that. There is surgery. I don't want to do surgery. Yeah, last time I tried to do it, man, they were like, "Oh, yeah, just spend $4,000 on this machine. It should be fine." I'm like, "What is that?" I hate doctors too. We'll get into that. Um, yes, thank you. I forgot that I had sleep apnea. What's so funny is I stopped breathing for like minutes. I'm told. I went to El Paso with Ian, and we had to share a bed. And that guy like freaked out the first night because um, we had a water. So we were at Jelane's, and she had a water bed. Right? Fucking love Jelane. So we're sleeping. So we're sleeping. Right? Hold on, get my hands over here. So this is me, and this is him. So I stopped breathing, and he's freaking out. He's like, "What the fuck do I do?" So what he would do is he would like and then like try to like wake me up by flipping the water. Oh my god, he didn't sleep for 2 days. Um, and then I've been told by people that I just stopped sleep. I just stopped breathing. So uh, you're the one who says, well, I know there's a surgery, but do I want the surgery? Is it non-invasive? Is it like outpatient? Like I can be out same day? You so that's why I figured out. Yeah, dude. Hopefully the kids don't get that shit, man. All right, so here's the second half of this dumb CNN interview.
All right, I'm still listening to this stupid interview. It's with Chris Wallace on CNN. I hate this guy so much. So the interview is Beau Bridges talks about his relationship with Oscar-winning brother Jeff Bridges. So he's like, Beau Bridges, you won an Emmy for your portrayal of this character who was shot in the head protecting the president during an assassination attempt. It reminds me of a story you used to tell of where you were held up and had a gun to your head. Good thing, and then it's like, can you imagine what would happen if they would have pulled the trigger? Like, obviously, like, we're glad they didn't. By the way, what are your feelings about gun policy in the United States? Like, how do we shoehorn that in? Like, where does that question come from? So I guess it's kind of like, I'm going to ask my mom when she gets onto the podcast, be like, Mom, you make potato salad. How do you feel about the Great Potato Famine of like the 1800s in Ireland? Like, it's such a, I gotta hate watching interviews with this guy. I do not like Chris Wallace. I think he's horrible at what his job is. And it makes me think, like, I want a writer's room, or I want to try and get better. And like, is this the bar that I have to like to achieve? I think I can handle like weird, like crazy ass like segues. I can handle that. I hate this interview.
Yeah, dude. I watched something on YouTube this weekend about wrestlers. Like, so when a wrestler dies, Chris Benoit, the Ultimate Warrior, and then all the news says is it must be steroid related, and then they try to get all these other wrestlers on, right? And they're like, so do you think he died because of steroids? And it's like bullshit agenda of whatever these news people want to try and push, right? Like Chris Benoit had nothing to do with steroid use. It was the fact that he had like 20 years worth of like concussions. Like his finishing move is get up on the top rope and then jump across the ring and then like headbutt you. So like wrestlers are wrestling 200 days a year and he's bashing his head 200 days a year for 20 years. Like it's concussion, like fucking science. Like they've been pushing for years. And like, oh god, it just it irritates the crap out of me, man. To like you ask Bo Bridges to come on and talk about his career, and then you shoehorn some bullshit like gun policy question in there. Like it's not fair to the actors. Like when they do that, when they like spring it on him, like he's not there to talk about politics and all that shit. Oh my god, yeah, Chris Wallace, man, that guy is a piece of crap. I hate every interview. I try to give him a chance, and every time I listen to him, like the dumbest stuff. And all these fucking journalists, man, they think they're cute asking these like dumb, like, oh god, I hate. Like to be fair, like I ask dumb questions, right? Like, Megan, what's it like to be a twin? Like that's a dumb fucking question. Like I get that, right? But it's like, but like we knew where I was going with it, right? Like I just didn't know how to phrase the question better. And then Megan helped me out and rephrased it and gave a very elegant answer. But like, oh man, like it's so dumb. I hate dumb. Oh, there's nothing worse than dumb interview questions. And if I hear them again, man, I'm gonna record every one of them because I think, oh, it infuriates. Like very few things infuriate me. Um, like a couple of things like in the moment, but I'll get over it within a couple of minutes. Um, like like I work overnights, so it's like 11:50, like 11:55, and someone comes in. I say good morning, and they always check their watch, and they're like, "It's not morning yet." Like what the fuck? Like, can you please like? It's a greeting. Like, can we not get like it's semantics at this point? Like I'm like, why are you? Oh, like I think that one. I hate that one more than anything. Good God. Quit looking at your watch and trying to think you're cute because I missed it by 5 minutes. Like, and to be fair, who says that midnight is morning? Like, technically, midnight. There's no difference between midnight and 11:55. Like, uh, oh man, they're not that many for the most part. I'm pretty well. I don't know. I'm gonna record all those now, man. I just hate certain things, man, and it just blows my mind. Get off my ass for 5 minutes on a good morning. I was just saying hi. Uh, and they all think they're cute because it's midnight. They're like, it's 5 minutes early. Oh, you're dumb. Chris Wallace, you're dumb too. Good God. I'm sorry, guys. All right. I'm good. We are almost done. I think there's like maybe two more.
Just received my Tom Steve Dave Patreon gift. I got a sweet looking hat, and I'm upset because I need another one because I can't wear this one. And then I think about all the other things I have multiples of. I might have a problem. So maybe I'll talk about my everything I have 2s and 3s and 4s of in case I lose one. That's all.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun episode. I can do that on a Monday. The current wallet that I have, I like it. And because I like it, I have 2 extra copies in case this one breaks or doesn't work anymore. But anybody who knows me, I'll use it until it literally falls apart. I have money clips that I have multiples of. I currently have 5 pairs of shoes in the garage, but I'll still buy new shoes to not use those shoes. Yeah. Yeah, I have a problem. Like the Tom Steve Dave stuff. Like I won't wear this hat until I get another one. Um, this one I bought because it was the Black Friday one, but the Patreon one I won't wear. Like, um, like I had a little gnome, Richard, and then I get worried that I'm going to lose him, so I'll buy an extra one, and then I'll retire Richard, and then I'll bring out a proxy one. So if I lose the proxy one, I don't care because the original is still at home. But then I still feel like I still get the same comfort of having like the proxy one. Like, yeah, I got a problem. Um, Yeah, I'll bring up. I'll do an episode like that. I'll just bring out like the multiples of everything that I have. Now I buy video games in twos. So all my video games that I buy, I have to buy one so that I don't open it, and then I have one that I can play. And then they're like, "Well, why don't you just buy digital?" I'm like, "Because I want the physical one because I have one that's unopened that I can sell for as unopened, and then after I beat the game, I'll put it back and then I'll hide it, and then I can grade the played one out of like a 9.92. Oh man, yeah, I collect extras of everything for worst case scenarios, but none of it ever happens. All right, here we go. Last one.
Maybe I do a live show going through all of my TESD merch and all the stuff on Patreon. Because there's got to be like 50 items. I don't know. Think about it. Well, because I have merch, and people like their merch. Like, their merch isn't any better or worse than mine. I don't know. Show people, be like, get in early, because look at all this sweet merch. You can't even get most of the stuff right now in the box from the Tell 'em Steve Dave stuff. So, I don't know. Promote their stuff to, like, trick people and then be like, you need my stuff. I don't know. Thank you.
Yeah. I have a box under Liam's bed. I'm pointing like you guys can fucking see me. With I've had a Tell Steve Dave Patreon for 5 years, and they send me gifts 4 times a year. Hats, shirts, stickers, patches, buttons, magazines. Like they made their own magazine. Kind of like how I make my own notebooks right now. I got the hat. Monday will be the other thing I got. Snow globes, like cookie jars and shit. So it's interesting to like I'll go through I'll go through the box and you guys can see like all like the cool stuff that they have. And it's weird because it's outside of like 100, 200,000 people that listen to their podcast, like that stuff only means something to those 200,000 people. Um, Grandma she could care less about any of the Tell 'em Steve Dave. My mom still calls them. What does my mom call them? My mom doesn't call him Tell 'em Steve Dave. Um, Steve Bob or like she still thinks it's two people. So she's like, oh, she's so funny. I love her. She's like, because she always asks, she's like, oh, is it from that Steve Jim Bob podcast? I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, tell Steve Dave. And she still thinks that Steve Dave is two different people, but there's 3 people on the podcast. Oh, it's funny. She's adorable. Uh, but yeah, so I have a bunch of merch. We've talked about it before. I'm just preparing, getting some stuff scheduled. I need to get me uh, like I need to get a manager. I need someone to be like, you do the funny stuff, and I'll make sure all your mail gets sent out. Yeah, so yeah, I think it'd be kind of cool for everybody to kind of see um, the different types of merch that they're kind of putting together. There's some cool stories behind some of them. There's I don't have one, but they have like these collector. Remember back in the day, like in the 80s and 90s, they had those like commemorative plates that had like the gold rim, and you can never eat off of them because they're made of lead. So for Patreon, they ordered like 200 of these plates from China, and as they were getting shipped in, the U.S. Customs seized like their whole order, and like they wouldn't let them into the country. So they sold and auctioned off a couple of them. I think there's like 10 in existence right now. And it's just like it's fun because it creates this like the lore behind some of these different items that they have, like the Tell 'em Steve Dave book that I want. You can't find a copy of it anywhere. I've looked. I probably look, no joke, once a month for the last 3 years, and I can't find a copy of it anywhere. And originally sold for $24.99, and I would pay $500 right now for a book, which is like the stupidest thing in the world. So I like, and that's kind of like what I'm doing with the notebooks and stuff. Is like it means nothing to most, but as this thing continues on, and we get a little bit more, we get some more people. It's going to get to a point where, like, all of you guys right now in the chats, right? Other Grandma Rita, Celine, Andy, Kelly, who else is in there? Oh man, I feel bad if I missed one person. Nope, I think that's everybody. Like, you guys are still going to be in the chat a year from now, and then we get new people in, and they're like, I start talking about some of these old merch, and then you all jump in and be like, I got my copy, and they're like, oh, and they're jealous, and then you guys are like, yeah, Whimsy, you're fake Whimsy. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna keep getting it together so you guys can kind of get an idea of what, because I've talked about it, but I've never actually said or shown some of the Patreon gifts that we're looking to send out when we do get one up and running. So that's it. That is Whimsy's Mind Pockets for the week. Those are the random thoughts that I had throughout the week. There was some gold in there. And then I also think that there was some good stuff in there. A couple of cool, there's some good ideas I think come out of it a little bit. I just think it's kind of cool to, one, remember them a week later, and then talk it out loud, and then with you guys. You guys are my sounding board right now. You're like, you got, oh shit, like, you're kind of like my writer's room. I just need to throw some more shit at you guys and see what sticks. But that's all I got. What do you guys think of Mind Pockets? Do we like it? Will you guys come back next week and listen to another 15 or 16 of these things? I like that there's only 16 of them. Like, you could tell, like, I didn't force random ideas. Like, these are just like the shit that just came to me. I didn't have anything for, because I updated this last night, so I had nothing in the last 12 hours to add to it. So what is that? 6 days? No, we said Monday, last Saturday, whatever. So yeah, it's like 3 thoughts a day. Well, that's not bad. There's some fun stuff in there. Man, there was one hot take, dude. That thing was funny. I wish I knew where that was. Oh man. All right. Anybody listening to this on the repeats, throw it in the comments. Anybody who watches this after the live stream, go into the comments and just type Whimsy. And then just submit it. Everybody who's on the live, they interact, they check in with me, so I know who's in the chats. I'm curious on who's all watching the show afterwards. So do me a quick favor, like, you're already watching it, like, you pull the fucking thing up, right? Even if you set it down, just pull it up and then just comment Whimsy. And then you could put it down and do whatever you want to do. But just throw in a little comment when you guys are replaying the lives or the podcasts, even the podcasts. Just throw in a nice Whimsy. Do like a little check-in. So we're going to do check-in Whimsies. So want to know who's listening to the YouTube versus the podcast platforms. So she's like, so yeah, comments, just Whimsy. I don't even care. You can put more in there by all means, but I think rumor has it, the more engagement on any one video helps move it up a little bit in whatever the algorithm feed is. So like, if 20 of you guys are commenting, then it's going to get pushed up a little bit for more people to see it, because there's 20 people interacting with that video. And then two, I would just be curious to see where everybody is. Hey, hello. Do I know Kathy? Oh, now I feel bad. Hi, Kathy. Whimsy. Um, yeah, I think it's yeah. So in the chats, or not the chats, in the comments, just the Whimsy. Check in, say hi. That's all I got for you. That's an hour 40. That's not so bad. Look how cool that was. That's an hour and a half. That was seamless, man. It's kind of like, oh, here's the little note that I wrote down. Is um the I like this format because Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Ben, that I'm recording is kind of like my co-host. So like instead of me trying to come up with stuff, I just like talk to like Wednesday Ben, and then I just make jokes and have fun with Wednesday Ben, and he can't defend himself. So I do like I like this idea. Um, as of right this second, you can expect to see this on Saturday. Next Saturday is going to be it's going to be Mind Pocket week, Mind Pocket Saturdays. Uh, until I find something else. But these are fun. I enjoy. I honestly I had a good time listening to some of these because most of these I never remember doing. Because that's what I mean is like I record it and then I just forget about it. So it's easier to kind of record, and it's so weird because none of it makes sense. Why did that first one sound like shit? Like I don't like the rest of them sounded okay. Did the volume sound good? FYI, I should have asked. Like I waited until the hour 41 minute to ask about the volume. Like you guys could like have not heard anything. Like maybe this whole thing was, and you guys are like, you guys are all just texting each other, like just pretend like you can't hear him. Um, you don't know what an hour is. All so yeah, all the episodes go over an hour. I did some math on it on the podcast. In 42 episodes, I've been recording for 38 hours. There's 38 hours of me talking with people in a podcast. And now the live streams average what hour, well, conservatively hour and a half, and there's 22 of these things. So you do the math. Like I've almost podcasted. There's almost an hour, like 100 hours of me talking, and that feels amazing. Like the world doesn't need an hour, 100 hours of me talking, but you guys got it. Oh man. So like, God, Sophie's gonna have so much stuff to listen to. Like she's gonna be a tween and she's gonna be like, I'm listening to dad's stuff. And she's gonna be like, oh my God, so embarrassing. And then when all of her friends come over and then be like, hey, Whimsy. So I'm just gonna be like, why can't you just work a second job again, Dad? Uh see, I want a random mind pocket Ben to throw some subtle digs at future Ben. Oh, I could do that, right? So like on Tuesday, just make a comment and be like, this is gold. You want to remember this. Throw some like low-key shade at him. All right. Let's see if we can I'll figure it. I think we could do that. We can't force it. But if I find a situation or a scenario in which I can just like throw some shade, yeah, I'll do it. Talking of your hands and waving. I still get confused. Like I keep talking with this hand, but you guys can't see this hand, which is weird because I'm left-handed. So you would think I would talk more with my left hand, but for whatever reason, I want to use this hand, and it's always over here, and you guys never see it. Like I'm the brains behind this operation. Yeah. So, all right, well, boom, hour and a half. We have the 15-minute pre-show. Every week on the Saturdays and the Mondays, whatever time I say the show is, there's always a 15-minute pre-show. So I always kind of hang out for 15 minutes and finish setting up. You guys are also welcome to jump in and hang out in the pre-show. Hey, I appreciate everybody hanging out with me, man. Kathy, thanks for hanging out. How much did you catch? Did you catch it all, Kathy? Do I know Kathy? I can't see your picture. Hold on. See, now I feel like an asshole They'd be like, yeah, I'm your favorite aunt. I'm like, oh, Whimsy. That's okay. Hey, thanks for hanging out and all the comments. I appreciate that. We're gonna do this again next week, and we're gonna have some fun with it. Between now and Saturday, you're gonna get the exact same graphics unless you guys comment on what else you want. Like, because I like the idea that I don't listen to them again after the original recording, so I can't title them, but I could number them. I do like the colors. I like the color change. Um, to be fair, I think that's probably the coolest thing I've ever done today. Like, that's so like writer room when they come up with that. That's fucking genius comes up with that. All right, Grandma, I love this show. Okay, I need someone else to say that they love the show other than my grandma, because my grandma loves everything that I do. You guys have a great night. I'll see you guys on Monday, probably around the same time, noonish, unless Liam's still on spring break, and then we'll figure it out. But maybe I can go later. Have I ever done a late Monday? Thank you. Aunt's is okay. Aunt can say she doesn't like things, but she says she loves it. Yeah, we'll figure out Monday, but there will be a live on Monday. So you guys have a good night. Thank you. Whimsy. And then I have to click the button and it takes forever for it to